Alright, this is Tash everybody. I'm about to share with you live recordings from a sales conversation I had with a new farm CEO client. At this time when I was talking to him, he had yet to sign up, but some hours later he did sign up, he made a payment. But we had a special arrangement. Some of you have done business with me in the manner he and I have just consummated a relationship, and that has to do with doing a barter exchange. As you know, most of you will know that I do up to 50% in-kind barter exchange, with potential clients or even clients, in which I look at something I want from the person and I ask for whatever the equivalent market value for that thing is, or I find out what the price is, and I look at what the person wants from me and we decide to do an exchange. But like I said, usually I try to go for something like 50% barter exchange, because it's always important to have some amount of cash to cover whatever overheads will be involved in the exchange, especially if it has to do with my providing a service. But let me get down straight to my reason for recording this audio. So this gentleman contacted me about my XLVP Ration Formulator, which remains my most popular product, along with the feed formulation handbook. And I'm choosing to share this sales conversation with you because it's just one of several I've had. I mean, the end of 2019 for me has been my most successful last 3 months of any year. The last 3 months of 2019, it's been amazing to see how, rather than having a gradual toning down of inquiries and sales from my traditional, my flagship business, I actually had not just an increase in the volume of pre-qualified prospects contacting me, but also in the conversions I got. It was very interesting, and I know exactly why, but I'll be talking about that in a different audio. The reason why I just mentioned it now is because I want to explain to you that there's something called silent success. I actually coined that expression some years ago. I will try and find the link to the article in which I talked about what I consider to be silent success. Because I looked at myself then, it was in 2014, I was in Cotonou, having gone through the 2013 months from April till the end of the year, in which I really had to start all over again from zero. And I had survived sleeping on the streets, the stories are there on the discovercotonou.com. And I was looking at it and telling myself, nobody can actually tell that I've gone through all of this. And nobody can tell now that I'm doing much better, except I say so, And I realized that actually what I was experiencing was a kind of silent form of success. It wasn't the one that the world would see and say, oh, look at this guy, he's made it, or anything like that, or he's making it, or he's getting back on his feet. Nobody would know if I did not tell them. And I realized that that's the most healthy and most fulfilling type of success I personally would like to have. The one that does not draw the attention of the wrong kind of people to me. I'm a very private person. I don't really, in fact, the funny thing is I try to be extroverted because of what I do. But since I'm a very introverted person, I have very few friends. I mean, people that qualify to be called friends, I have very few. And I found that actually, I love spending a lot of quiet time on my own, thinking, because I have big plans and big dreams. So silent success appeals to me. But I realize it's not everybody that likes it. The only thing is this. Even those that like to be noisy and like people to notice that they are making it will benefit from practicing the philosophy of succeeding silently. Because there are aspects of your life you can choose to keep silent and be making more money or getting more advancement without telling the whole world about it, and it will benefit you and put you in a greater put you in a position of greater strength. So that's why I'm sharing this clip with you, because I realized that I've not had time to write as much as I used to for a variety of reasons. But one of those reasons is actually because I'm devoting more time now to developing a new dimension to my brand. You'll hear about that later. It has to do with creating some products. You'll be shocked. They are offline products. The brand is going to be offline. I'm going to be channeling funds from what I do online today. But I realized that I've not been talking about it. You've not been seeing any activity in terms of writing compared to what I used to do on a daily basis before. And yet, I'm succeeding. In fact, I've been overcoming great visitations of adversity. And in spite of those visitations of adversity, I've actually been growing my brand in various ways. So I learned that I need to talk to you guys and let you kind of understand, because this is what I'm trying to pass across. Number one, you need to achieve financial success to succeed. We all need to make money. It doesn't matter what business you are doing. It doesn't matter what I'm doing for you. Your bottom line, the objective is to make money. If you bought my software, you want to use it to do to rear your fowl, your birds better, to feed them better. You want to use my fruitful manager to manage your farm business better. And so you want to do better. If you do better, you're going to make more money. Then for the people that I'm doing web marketing for, your objective is you want to improve your ability to get sales. So ultimately you want to make more money. You're not doing it because you are into charity. And if you have somebody running the charity, at least you don't want to overspend. You don't want to spend more than the money that you've gotten for funding. So you will be interested, I'm sure, in knowing how you can make money and how you can save money. Those are solutions I offer. What I'm trying to say is that you must focus on learning how to do it in a silent manner, in a manner that does not draw unnecessary attention to you. Because like I said, it's in your best interest to keep quiet about those kinds of things, because you don't want the wrong people to pay attention to you and begin to think there's something you have that they want to get. So going forward, I feel that if I share this story about this conversation I have with this gentleman, based on what I've been achieving over the last few months, you might see that it's beneficial to explore the option of making money more silently, the one that doesn't require noise. We had this saying in Yoruba land. Somebody used it with me yesterday when we were having a phone conversation, and it made me laugh a bit. The person said Oju L'Oro Wa. Oju L'Oro Wa. Yeah. And in Yoruba language, that's Yoruba language for saying something like, it's when we see face to face that we can really talk, really do some serious talking. I disagree. You see, in the old days, that saying had relevance. In today's world, with the advancements in the way we use technology and the internet and the PC technology and the internet technology, the truth is, you don't have to see me to be able to have a good quality conversation. In fact, I have better quality conversations with people I don't see at all. There are people I know who spend all their time driving all over the place, talking to people everywhere. And if you look at the results they get for all the time, energy, and blood they invest, it's minuscule compared to the results I get. The quality, of returns I get on my investment of time and effort and money is sometimes like 10 times what some people get from running up and down the streets. And I know, and I'm taking my time to talk about all of this in this audio as a preamble to this recording you're going to listen to, because I've been able to compare. I've lived on both sides, as it were. I've worked in paid employment, I've worked in self-employment. I've had a period in self-employment where I was running around the streets, driving a car, going from, I would go as far as Victoria Island from the mainland. I spend the whole day on the road. The kind of money I was bringing in was nothing compared to what I'm able to get just sitting in my home and working from my laptop. And I'm still doing the same business. I haven't changed my businesses. The same stuff, selling software, selling web marketing, all of those things. Difference is I don't go out of my home anymore. And I have buyers in and out of Africa. I continue to make sales to Nigerians in diaspora. The numbers are increasing, apart from people in other parts of Africa and outside Africa. It's consistently, I'm getting approached more now by Nigerians in diaspora. I don't know whether they tell themselves about me, but it's happening. And the point is this: I don't have to run around. I don't place any adverts. Of course, I do believe if I do place intelligent adverts intelligently, I will get more mileage. But I'm deliberately pushing it to see just how far I can go with this model. What I'm trying to say in essence is this Oju L'Oro Wa concept is making many people kind of shortchange themselves, because you keep thinking if you don't move around, if you don't get people to see you, you can't get what you want, get the results you want. And that's dangerous. And that's like pouring water into a basket. It's not you are not doing yourself any favors by thinking like that. So I'm trying to share some of my experiences with you so that you can believe. At least if you're listening to this, you are most likely a client, and that means if you spend money with me, I'm still here. I'm not running away. So there are various reasons that sometimes one may not deliver some things that are promised within the time frame that's agreed. But the truth of the matter is that when there's integrity, there's always an acceptable explanation for shortcomings, and there's always progress and advancement till the mutually agreed outcome is achieved. You need to understand that you don't have to run up and down to achieve something, and you need to understand that you will be better off if you generate multiple streams of income. And so some of those streams of income can be through silent success channels. We need to get away from feeling a need for people to know that we are making it. Just make it. It doesn't matter if they know or if they agree that you are making it. It doesn't change the amount of money in your pocket or in your bank account if they agree that you are making it. If they say you are borrowing money, it still doesn't change the amount of money in your pocket. So why don't you just keep making your money anyway? Because you are the one that will go to use the money. It's not them. So if you are making the money and they say you are not making the money, the day you need to spend money, you will have money. It doesn't matter what they say. So that's what I'm talking about here. Going forward, the conversation with this gentleman, you will see there's two sections of conversation. The first one you're going to listen to is the one where he calls me for the first time. Then he ran out of airtime and he had to call back. It was around, I think, 8 p.m. at night. I was just getting home and the call just came in. I wasn't even thinking about any of those. And then we had this conversation. And when he started talking to me about the price for the software and all that, I looked at him and I thought, okay, how can I help this guy? And I said, you know what, send me your email address, I will send you an offer. And I didn't make him an offer, but I think the offer I made to him, I think I offered him installment payments and some other things. Then I also told him that if he could, that I could give him more for the same price and all that. But he and I were not able to agree by the time he looked at the offer and the deadline passed. In the process of thinking about what else I could do, because he sent me another message, on WhatsApp, I remembered that I had another client, also in Lagos, who had a need for support to start a catfish business. Well, this other individual that was about to sign up at that time was actually going to start a catfish business. And I said, I had promised to help that one out because he's a member of Club Zero. Of course, I know about catfish farming. I can do spawning and all that, but I don't run a real life farm. I've not done that in a long time. I've not even interacted with catfish enterprises directly for a long time. So it didn't make sense for me to be the one to even. With the rabbitry, yes, that comes naturally to me, but not with this. So when I actually explored the option of rabbitry, went all the way to Ogre. He was the one I went with to Ogre. But this other person, and this other venture was something I don't even have a passion for catfish farming anyway. So when I thought about it, and I said, this new guy who's looking for a way to pay less because he doesn't have enough funds, maybe we can do a barter exchange. Maybe I can get him to help my clients out. And this is where I'm talking about silent success. You see, because the idea occurred to me that I didn't have to be the one to look for a way to hire somebody to help my Club Zero member with his farm business idea. I could get this other person who wanted my software to pay me in kind by helping my client to learn about and start catfish farming. So I called him up the next morning and said, hey, concerning your interest in buying my software, look, I have a proposition for you. And he said, what? I had not even finished saying what I was going to say. The guy was already suggesting ways in which he could even do more for my client that I was asking. And I said, look, it looks like this is the reason why the creator made you and I to connect. The thought just popped in my head this morning. And look at you, look at the way you're embracing it. I think we have something we can do here together. I said, give me a moment, let me call my client. I called up the client. I said, boy, look, I think we have an opportunity here for you. I have somebody who wants to buy my software. I'm offering him a heavy discount so that he can instead come and pay the rest up by helping you, training you, and helping you to start up. Now, what I need to know is, are you okay for this? Are you game? Are you ready? Are you prepared to do the running around and probably just a little amount of money I need to raise? But at least nothing compared to what you need to start up in real life. And the guy was saying, oh wow, yeah, I'm up for this. I said, okay, good. So you just hold on a minute, let me talk to the man and finalize it, and I'll get back to you. And that was how this relationship began. As we speak, believe it or not, the two of them have had conversations on phone and have decided on when they're going to meet over this weekend. And they're already talking about making it happen. All the guy had to do was to pay the little amount of money I told him to pay. And then I just discussed and agreed with him. Sent his phone number to my client, who called him up. And man, it's happening. I'm able to help this friend of mine, who is a client and friend that I've known for several years now. We've gone way back. And I'm able to help him in concrete terms, because if you look at the amount of money that's required to start up what he wants to start up, it's nothing less than 150,000, 200,000, depending on what scale he wants to start at. And I've successfully gotten him a consultant that would have charged him considerable amount of money to give him this support consulting service completely free of charge. The only thing he has to look for is the money to buy the breeding stock we're going to use, 2 females and 2 males, and I'm even helping with that. So the thing is, what can you call that if not silent success? Because I'm succeeding in making a difference in carrying out a social service, a public service as well. And it's just there. I'm doing it, and there's no noise. There's no need for noise, because I'm making the difference I want to make, and I'm making an impact on the person I want to impact. And the person is appreciative of it and knowing that I'm making a world of difference to him, and I don't have any noise happening around it. So I'm able to focus and do what I need to do in my own personal life while I'm still making this difference, using a third party who is also happy to get value from me because he's already received software, is downloaded. Okay, can you imagine? I'm killing multiple birds with one stone. That is the ultimate way to succeed, in my opinion. And I think many of us could benefit from adopting this way of life. But again, who am I to preach to you about how you should live life? I just felt I should share this with you. And I want to point out the fact that the method in which I am succeeding is a method that is open to any of you to adopt, if you choose to use the same kind of strategy I am using to succeed. And what is that strategy? That strategy is the one that employs the use of the web and PC technology, alright, to reach out to people with our marketing messages and with our solutions. Because this method allows me to stay and impact people remotely and build relationships remotely. It makes whatever I can achieve potentially limitless. There's literally nothing I cannot achieve in terms of delivering solutions and adding value to people. If more of us were to adopt this way of life, in addition to whatever we're doing offline, we'll make a magical impact on the entire planet. Anyway, that's my message to you for this week. Hope you found it useful. Like I said, I'm struggling quite a lot because of the volume of work I have to do for people now. I'm helping people build their own brands a lot more now. So it's difficult for me to do as much writing as I used to do. But the minute I begin, I'm about to resume traveling again. Now that I've got more or less getting my passport in hand. So I know I'll be able to find more time when I get to an environment that's less limiting than Nigeria. So then I guess there'll be more for you to read from me. But for now, I do a lot more audios and stuff like that. So, and I do believe it's adding value to people because people respond a lot to that. Alright, I wish you well. If you have any questions, do let me know. So there are 2 clips you are listening to. You notice a pause. I was trying to see if I can add a voice note at the interval so that you know that you're going to part 2. Part 2 is when I called him, the new client, to tell him what I had agreed with my own client. And then we agreed to go forward from there. So I hope you found it useful, and do let me know if you have any questions. Cheers. Of course, as usual, you can reach out to me through tayo@tksola.com. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, Lagos. Okay. Now, you run a farm business of your own?
Yes, I just want to start this one.
Okay, what kind of farm business is it?
Fish farming. Catfish farming.
Catfish farming. Alright, what are you looking at in terms of your stocking density?
I said I want to do hatchery myself, okay. And then just stock the number of any amount of people to get from the hatchery. Okay. So when I get the first and second ship out, and then the third one, okay. The other one I just manage them and then start to feed those first, second batch, third batch, and then. how productive it is. I've done that before, but people around that doing it, so
Okay.
I have to give it a try to see if I have able to succeed in it.
Okay, so what is your intention? You get one of them to teach you or to guide you or support you or what?
Yeah, I just need the app for the feed because I want to manually locally produce the feed myself.
Yes, that's is a good.
And the machine very soon. And see, somebody is doing the machine from locally.
Okay.
One of my cousins is doing the work, so
Okay.
I want to produce the feed myself.
All right. So this is the first time you are going to do farm business, right?
Yeah, it is my first time.
So what's your plan? You plan for this as a temporary thing, or you're going to do it for a long time?
My plan is to expand it to make it a very large channel.
Okay.
So that is my vision on it.
All right. Okay. Then in terms of, since you are just starting now, what's your plan in terms of record keeping? How do you intend to do it?
I've gone through the training for some time, and I hope that I can able to do the record keeping.
Okay. So
I don't know, but I think your app should be able to do that. I don't know if you have that flexibility in your app.
I have an app for that I call the Catfish Farm Business Manager, but it's in what we call beta mode, which means we're looking for people who run catfish farms to also use it as like a trial phase. So now use it and tell us what they would like us to add to it to make it better. So that one is there. It's something that anyway we can talk about that one later on. The reason why I'm asking these questions is so I understand where you are and how I can help you.
Okay.
All right. Now, I think I'm okay with what I got. What is your background in terms of? Do you know anything about the fish formulation science? Have you ever done fish formulation before?
Yes, I've done the fish formulation for formulation. Yes. Somebody give me the square method and somebody else. I've done a lot of manual.
Excellent.
And a lot of YouTube.
Okay.
That talks about the fish formulation. And what I want to add to get the wire procedure for fish protein. What I want to add.
Excellent. No problem. All right. The software sells for 12,500.
It's how much?
12,500.
For the app?
Yes, for the app.
For something like that, how can you encourage us?
Well, one of the things I try to do is this. Let me explain. There is a software, it's called the Excel Visual Basic Ration Formulator software, which is the one you're asking about. There is a handbook, which is called the Feed Formulation Handbook. Then there's the pictorial introduction to feed ingredients. Now, someone like you, since you said you've already done some training and you have been reading up and you have been watching YouTube videos, you are already familiar with some of these things. Now, the advantage of buying what I call the feed formulation bundle is that you also get discount to access some other things that I offer farmers. So for instance, there are some other materials which are supposed to be educational, which guide you on how you can lower your cost of feeding. Okay, and there is I told you about the software product, the support in terms of your record keeping. I really think farmers need to pay more attention to that. I have quite a lot of farmers I'm working with who use my product, and one of the things I try to encourage them to do is you must pay a lot of attention to your record keeping. So, but if people are, and the thing is, I tell them you cannot work with paper record keeping. It won't help you. Not because you cannot sit with paper and be using calculator, so it won't make sense. So that's why I use the model of other applications I build to build one for the catfish farm people. But I think I have grabbed just about 10 catfish farmers, not many. And not all of them are keen. Some of them are in paid employment. Are you self-employed or you are in paid employment?
I'm a self-employed.
Because some of them are actually people that are working in companies. Then they get their wives to be the one to run the farm business. So they usually don't have time. So because of that, it can be difficult. But someone like you who is self-employed, that means you can give it some good attention. And
yes.
So what I will tell you is that I can make you an offer.
Okay.
You will text me your email address. Do you use WhatsApp?
Okay. Yeah,
do you use WhatsApp?
Yeah, I use WhatsApp. Yeah. This number is on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp number.
But yes, this one is on WhatsApp.
Okay. You were going to say something?
I have my email also.
Oh, good. So you text me your email address, and I will also. So I will send you the offer on email and on WhatsApp.
Okay.
One of the things I try to do is I try to also reward people who are entrepreneurial. Some people are in business, but they're not entrepreneurial. Being entrepreneurial is about knowing how to identify opportunity and then being willing to take action. So for instance, if your need an offer is made to you, if you are willing to take the risk, it's a risk. You don't know me. You don't know whether I'm 419. So if I make you an offer, if you take my risk and I run away with your money, so that's the thing. So people who take that risk, they get a reward in that of that. At least they say, man, I paid this amount, but I ended up paying smaller because I took action. So that's a decision for you to take. You do, maybe you go do prayer first. Know whether I'll be 419 before you take. You know. So that's the offer I can make you. I can make you an offer and just send me the email address and I'll send you an offer in another 1 hour from now.
Okay, is this your number? Is it on WhatsApp?
Yeah, the number I'm going to use to send it to you on WhatsApp is a different number because people used to pick this number and use it to disturb me on WhatsApp.
So I should send you an email address and I should send you my email
on this
phone.
Yes, on this one. Don't worry. I'll add it.
Okay, and this number is on WhatsApp, so you can add me. I'm already on, so if you start me at chat.
Add you straight away. I'm always on, so I'll add you straight away.
I will text you now.
Alright, no. Alright, cheers.
Thanks so much.
Right, so that was the first part of our sales conversation I had with the gentleman, and so he was one that called at that time. What you're about to listen to next is the conversation I had with him where I closed the sale, and that was when I spoke to him about the Barter Exchange opportunity. So I called him the second conversation I'm about to listen to, and after that we just went ahead and and what I'm going to do is in the article itself that this audio appears in, I'll do screenshots of the payment received and all of that. Alright, cheers. So, does he have what?
Water.
Yeah, I think so. You have water, yes. You have water.
Okay, you have water. And then, the God is a 3 years tester.
I think you have it, but I know he doesn't have it. So, how much is the pH tester? There's a small kit now.
I ordered my own from China 2 days ago. But I'm expecting the arrival on the 20th.
Well, then you can use your own for him.
But I don't know if it's not going to be today, tomorrow then.
Yeah, I'm thinking, because let me tell you what I have in mind.
Okay.
My intention is this. I want to get you on board on this today, alright? So that I can then brief him and let him plan his own time, because the nature of what you want to come and do for him requires them to, the pictures he sent me, they must prepare the place without clearing it up and all that. And I want him to have that window of time, even if it's 12 hours to 24 hours or whatever, to have that. So it's important that I feed him back today and say we are agreed so I can make the plans, because he has the family to consider. These are going to affect the way they do everything in the compound. We were saying some things about the location and all that. So he has to take a decision this night, in terms of how he will. When you come, of course, you will influence whatever, but let him at least start informing his landlord and all that concretely. They've hinted it, but he didn't know how he was going to even get started. Now that there's a concrete plan, we need to quickly let him know, because I want you on board on this as quickly as possible. Let's take it like that. You will need to get those your stuff when they are ready. I believe you say 1 or 2 days good. When you get it, then you will be coming down with it, so that he will not have to worry about that for the best way, given the limitation of funding he has. That this is something I think we can easily get him support for, and they will see something happening straight away. And if he's serious, they say when person don't see stress, when don't go to challenges, the thing will make person is very serious. So this is the time now for him to now take action to that's why I'm very keen on it. It just occurred to me last night. That's why you see the last post I did to you, I was saying I have this activity. It just occurred to me that maybe God is sending you to me for that. I have to think. I just say, wow, this is it, man. This is it, because I knew I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm telling you, I just told myself last night. I said, this is it. So I waited for him this morning. I said, he get something with the apple. Let me just talk to the guy and see. So going forward now, how much did he come to in terms of your estimate?
It's not much. Like the female fish, let's say 4,000 for 2.
Okay.
The male fish, let's say 1,500 for 2.
Excellent.
The overflow, let us have a fish of 5,000.
Okay, so that's total of what?
And then you have to buy 1 bag of feed.
Of course.
Imported for the feed.
Yeah.
You have to feed it.
Yeah.
You have to feed the shade imported feed for the first one.
Is it going to be using what's it called? What do you call this thing that used to this relative of Daphne? What's it called now? And what do you feed to the fries now? What do you guys use now?
They have feed for fries.
Yeah, I know. So
you go for coupon or vacancy.
Okay, you have that for fries as well. I was thinking of anyway, no problem. When they are newly born in the first 2 weeks, what do you feed them? Do you feed them things like I keep forgetting the name of that thing that's in containers that you pour into the water that's they're like live darkness. I keep forgetting the name.
Actually, fries are feed. Like so
they have feed for the fries as well. Excellent.
Yeah, you have to feed them with that imported feed for the first 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, the people are able to survive.
What is the cost of that?
I can go for coupon or vacancy.
How much is that?
I don't really get it, but I'll get that after so within now and next tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll perform all the prices. Okay. I have to get some.
Alright.
I have to get the other pretty much for my head.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what this thing is. It's a particular one, but maybe you guys don't use it anymore since corporates have already produced that. Then, of course, later on, I guess you'll be able to start using feed that he makes. Maybe you'll be able to help him with that as well. I don't know. To save in terms of. Now, so that's what I have in mind. Now, my intention is that, like I told you in the let's say I sent you, you will pay 5,000. Then whatever the difference is, I don't know just exactly which of the offers I made to you are interested in. But what I'm saying is that if what you are interested in, okay, does not cover what you need to do for him, that difference may be what I will tell him now. Let's talk to his pastor, like we're helping him, that they could raise so that it can cover what you want to do for him. Alternatively, there are some other options I can still give you, but I don't. You see, it's left for you to say what you are able to do. First of all,
okay. Tell me now. I can reason with that.
Okay. Now the first step is, first of all, you have to do the 5,000. That's for me. That's all I want. The reason is there's something there are things I need to do for you as a member of you're going to actually join the club. So I just want it to be like a kind of a symbolic payment on your part, because you are doing something for me that I really, really want. You know, in fact, I'm prepared to give you the entire farm first if it's something you want. Because if you do this for this guy, for me, it should be like, thank God, I don't do something, because I really feel bad about the way things have been for him. So, if you do the 5,000, then there's the option of you taking the software, that's the Ration Formulator, the Catfish Business Manager, the trial version, which when it's ready, I don't give you the full version, you don't pay anything. Then you get all the other products as well. I have some audios on feed formulation about how there's so many things that are just like a package. Okay. So it's for you to decide if you want all those things. For instance, you have the opportunity to get a license to resell my software. That's a license I normally sell for 50,000, but which club members get for half price. Now, you should become a club member, it means you can have it for 25,000. But the thing is, I'll give it to you 100% free. If that would, for instance, cover the other things you're going to do for my man and support him, because I know I can't do the support. That is for sure. I just can't be available for it. But so if I know you are there, even if it's by phone or WhatsApp, you don't really need. Look, you have the experience, you have the contacts. You know, so it should be something he will be able to kind of. And I know catfish farming for one thing. I know if I apprenticed. Do you know somebody? I apprenticed on his farm for 6 months. You know that. Okay. So we used to make catfish feed pellets on one of the empty ponds. We would dry them in the sun. After mixing them, we use the pelleting machine. We used to. So when I'm talking about that, but I don't get time, man. I don't go do all that. I think anybody. So that's why I'm excited about the fact that it occurs to me that you can help. So what do you think of what I'm saying now? Basically, there are two options. You can say, oh, this is what you want to buy. So the price of it is what you're going to work with. When you remove 5,000, the difference. Then he has to cover the remaining money to make it happen. Or you can take the other offer of, like I said, the license, the software, the other products I have. Okay. In fact, I want to tell you that if you can look at my list of products, any product you want, I'll let you have it. It doesn't matter what the price is. If you continue with this guy and help him to the point where he starts producing. just get him to the point where the thing takes off, the fish don't die, the fries don't die. They're very delicate, as you rightly said. And if you can just support him with whatever is necessary to get it started and teach him how to manage it, then once I see up around, that's all I want. Just something to get him busy. That's my goal. Yeah. But
the free formulation software.
Yeah.
Is the full version, right?
You are getting everything. I'm telling you that if I have quite a number of software and I have quite a number of products. I have quite a number of products that can help you. Believe me, I have products from there are stuff you're going to read. There are audio files. You're going to run a farm. Okay, so there are quite a lot of things, way more than the price you are even looking at. My own goal is the electronic products. That's the advantage I have compared to most of you guys. I'm selling digital products. They don't have any cost. Really. So I can give them to you because you are going to do something for me. That's my goal. This guy's name is
let me see. What I want you to do for me is to take charge of some of the little costs. Like, for example, if you can be able to buy the fish one.
Okay. How much does the fish come to?
The fish, 5,500 for
the fish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the fish. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get you the overflow. Okay. And I'm going to use like the PH tester. Exactly. It arrives. Exactly. Then I'm going to show you where to buy those fish from amateur. It's really to, and then I'm going to test its water. Good. To ascertain if the water is so much alkaline or too much or a little bit alkaline. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what to do. What to do. As the fish grows. Yeah. And how to alkaline water. The alkalinity is not much. It's not sufficient. I want to say everything to you. Very good. I'm able to hire anything. Good. That's what I want. I'm going to teach you more things on how to do fun. Very good. I'm not using big fun. I'm using tapoli, collapsible tapoli. Very good. Relocate to somewhere exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to use. Good. And I'm going to get that done within that next month, towards the end of this month, or next month. Very good. So I think you are the right person for me here. So the thing now is just I'm okay with that. I'm going to I'll cut off now. Let me call him, tell him about this, the price of the fish thing that he needs to arrange. Okay. And that's possible if you can find it around his locality. So actually there's a lady here that sells big catfish as a beggar. Big catfish. Let's tell you that. You should get from the area again. Okay. So I come, you just everything for just to inject and then wait for 10 hours and then run and fertilize and then we spray. So because tomorrow morning, 8, 9, 10, lovely. I love that. Yeah, this is kind of thing I want. And this is anyway, no problem. So now going forward, you need to do the first order payment. Then I'm going to call him. I'm going to call you back in about 5 minutes. Let me just talk to him and tell him that because the woman is here. I just want to ask, maybe in their own area too. Maybe they have someone who's selling big catfish like that, so that you even be closer home. But I'll call you back in about 5 minutes. So you are going to promise one thing. Yes, sir. Everything you promise, you are going to do. My name is Tash. Have you Googled my name before? No. I think you should. If I have gotten to a point, believe me, where internationally I have people. Do you know I have many people who use this same software you want to buy in different countries: Uganda, Malawi, Burkina Faso, Guinea, the UK, the Philippines. Look, I have too much to lose. My reputation on the web. I'm just a person that in my industry that I'm serving. It is important that I protect my integrity. I've been paid internationally because of that software. I was paid 2,500 euros to write about how people are buying that software for me by an NGO in Holland, a European Union funded NGO. I was paid 2,500 euros to write a paper on it. So it is not how much this thing I will now. I'm too much for that because I have big dreams and I want to support people to have it. That's the promise I'm making to you. And Google my name, you will see that I have. It's not that you're going to be seeing NTA news talking about me, but just take a look at my presence. Just get a feel for who I am. I have too much to lose if I don't fulfill my promises. So over to you now. All you have to do is make the payment. Then let me call you back with this. Let me discuss with him. He has no choice. I'm going to tell him. He will raise that money. I'll call you back. All right. Thank you. Yeah.